Welcome to Mindful in the Midst of Change. We'll rock a little bit to make sure we find the greatest width with those sitting bones. Settling down and in, and interlace those fingers and bring them right in front of your heart. The shoulders can rise and rock down our back, and we feel this open, grounded presence. The eyes can close. That back of the neck lengthens, and we breathe. When we do a body scan, what we're looking for is any little things where we're holding tighter than someplace else. Foreheads and eyes, jaws, your dominant shoulder, that belly. Sitting alone is a yoga posture because we want to be steady and firm, lifted, and full of ease. We ground the sitting bones, get centered in our sacrum. And we arrive in this now, working toward presence. Inhale and exhale, release those hands. Come to stand at the top of your mat. The feet plant and look down at the feet, intentionally ground. Those legs almost wrap around and in, and then we lift up. We can tuck that belly just a little bit. Those arms come down, we tuck that chin. We are present, just like a mountain rising up out of the earth. Here we are, grounded. Doing a body scan, my shoulders are a little tight, so I'm going to roll them down my back and regroup, recenter. The eyes focus. And with this focus, now we'll flow. Moving, inhale, the arms rise, and exhale. We flow forward. So mindful, inhale, extend that spine. Exhale, we step or hop back to our plank. And we get grounded before we just rush into the next posture. So here we are. And now it is knees up or down. Those elbows go back and we lower to our level. Inhale, the hearts lift. Really think about that lift in your heart. We roll over those feet. Down, dog. And it's a mindful first expression. Our bodies might not have the heat yet. And we honor that by moving slowly and letting our bodies sink into the posture rather than shoving them into the posture. Take 2 more breaths. You can lift and lower those heels or make any movements that are going to bring you more openness and joy. And step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, mindfully extending that heart, and exhale, we fold. We rise all the way up. The grounding of those feet helps us with this movement, and exhale, we'll bring our hands to heart center. Feel grounded before you move on to the next thing. We're often rushing, but fully inhabit this shape. And now we go again. Inhale those arms out and up or straight up. You decide. Exhale. It's like we're in slow-mo, doing this waterfall over those legs. Inhale, we reach that spine. And exhale, we move back to our plank. Knees lifted or lowered as you chaturanga. Inhale, pull that heart through. And thinking about the fullest length, then we come back. And here we are in a down dog. The heels, the more you can lift and lower them and create range of motion, the better those ankles will function. So we're not only loosening things up, we're actually asking those ankle joints to move fully. Then you can settle into a dog, thinking about loyalty and love, unconditional love, all the good things that a dog embodies. And we step or hop to the front of our mat. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Inhale, we rise all the way up. And exhale, we bring our hands to our hearts. We're grounded. Let's move into tree. Hands to your hips. Lift that left leg up. And we circle it. And now we bring it either on that calf or down to the floor, or up onto that upper thigh, and hands to our hearts. The eyes are going to focus. If it works, those arms can float. And we extend our bodies. So mindful in the midst of change. Here we're asking our body to steady and balance. Take one more breath and walk it out. And grow grounded in those feet. Feel the lift of your spine. Now we can go to the other side. Lift that right knee and it circles, and you take your tree. And if we think about the pace of modern life, everything is rushing. I was just reading about how back in the time of Buddha and Jesus, the fastest you could go was a horse. Most of life happened at the pace of an ox cart. And so here we are, trying to counteract the speed of our modern life. One breath, and down we come. Grounding those feet. Let's sweep our arms down and up, and exhale, swan dive. Inhale, reach that spine. Exhale, let's just step back into a down dog. And this time, bring the edges of your feet to the edges of your mat. Push into those hands, and you can tuck that chin and experience the opening in the shoulder girdle. You might also pretend like you're trying to rip the mat apart with your feet, noticing how that brings the outer legs into the posture. Take one breath. Those knees will bend and the knees come wide to the edges of your mat, the toes touch, and you can sit back into child Or you can do a moving child's pose. So it's a slow inhale up and forward with your heart and hips, and a very slow, juicy pushing back. Sometimes people really want the stillness, that's just fine. But if you'd like to move mindfully in and out of the pose, go for that. Inhaling and exhale. Last time we breathe and we settle. You can bring your forehead to the earth and let those arms and shoulders and hips and knees find the gloriousness of this shape. And we feel settled. Inhale, we come up, those hands plant, the toes tuck, down dog. Walking out those feet, moving those hips. Inhale and exhale. Come to the top of your mat, either walking or hopping. We inhale, extend our spine, and exhale, fold. Plant your feet, grow your mountain, and we rise steady and grounded. And exhale, the hands come to heart center. Bring those feet to touch and your knees to touch, and bend down. Your fingertips might touch the earth or they might not. And we inhale, lift our arms up into chair. So inhale, exhale, cactus those arms and drop your chin. Inhale, the arms lift up. We are growing strength and this buoyancy. Exhale, cactus your arms, tuck that belly. Inhale, arms float, and exhale, cactus, get in those shoulders. Last time, inhale. Now stand all the way up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, reach your heart. Exhale, step or hop back into plank, knees up or down as you chaturanga. And we inhale, lift that heart through. We're growing strength and opening, and exhale, we come on back, down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, we'll bend that knee and maybe open your hip just a little. Take one breath, and that right foot steps through. Left heel drops, and we rise on up. And notice how my body's on the diagonal, that's how it wants to turn. We're gonna turn to the front of the mat and bring your arms like they're holding a basket. We bend into that right knee and stay here or lift those arms up overhead. Usually the arms are straight, but I like keeping this circular shape. There's some openness, and we breathe. Hearts are forward. We are in warrior one. We are ready, strong, stable. Take one breath, and those hands come back to the earth, stepping back with that right foot. You can either take a down dog, that is amazing, or if you would like to, you can do a vinyasa. So knees up or down as you chaturanga. Inhale and exhale, everybody meeting in a down dog. And if your heart and lungs are working, that can be okay. It can actually be a good thing. It's called tapas, which is that energy that helps us create change. Change in the form of more strength, more balance, all good things. Let's inhale, lift that left leg. Bend that knee and open. And it's a weird part of life that sometimes we have to get uncomfortable to learn how to get comfortable. One breath. And we step that left foot forward, right heel drops. And we rise up, noticing that we turn on that diagonal. So we're gonna intentionally turn this torso. And we lift our arms and create that circle like we're holding a basket. And now those arms lift up overhead. You can press down through that outer right foot and bend into this left knee. Yeah, so this idea of having to get uncomfortable to create good change, having to slow things down to balance the pace of life. It's all these opposites, which is what yoga is all about, union and yoking. One breath and hands to the earth. Let's all just step back, down dog. Inhale and exhale. And just feel how grounded the body can be. And because of that grounding, parts of us get to rise. And we breathe into all of this space we are creating. And we'll take warrior two. Inhale, lift our right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend that knee and open the hip. We breathe and step that right foot through. The left heel drops and we circle that left arm forward and up to the back. To get this posture, we bend into that right knee, going over our second toe. Those arms open. And we can look at both arms and turn our palms up, letting those shoulders open. Then those palms just turn down, bend a little more into that right knee. Isn't that awesome? Breathe and bend just a little bit more. Bend your right elbow, left arm comes underneath. You can bring your hands to your shoulders and just hang out here, or bring your hands toward prayer. Bend a little more into that right knee. Lift those elbows. We are strong and stable. These are eagle arms and warrior two legs. So think of an eagle warrior. We are strong and clear-sighted. Last breath. The hands release. We'll step back, down dog. And if you want to put a vinyasa in there, go for it. But we've already created plenty of heat, so now maybe the idea is not doing all of that flow, but rather just moving mindfully, posture to posture. Inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, bend that knee and open, and step that left foot forward, right heel drops. Right arm circles forward and then back. Left arm reaches forward. We bend our left knee. And here we are. Steady and strong. Turn those palms up. It's like we're holding up the sky. We are so strong. Palms can face back down. Now we are grounded. Bend that left knee, making sure it's going over that second toe. Left elbow bends, right arm swings down. Grab your shoulders, give yourself a hug or hands into prayer, and turn your body forward. Lift those elbows. And we are stronger than we know. We really are. And here we're building on that strength, moving toward our strongest sense of self. Last breath in. The hands release, and we step back with that left foot. We're gonna lower all the way down onto the floor. So we lower on down. Keep your hands by your chest, tuck your elbows in. Inhale, we rise up, lengthening along the front of the body, shoulders down the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, like a meditation. We're breathing and moving. We exhale, lower. Inhaling, rising up, and down we come. Now let's strengthen our backs a little. Move those feet to the edges of your mat, and you can flex your feet, so toes on the earth. And you might just lift your knees off the earth and lift your shoulders off the earth. That might be your pose. The arms might come alongside you, and you keep those legs on the floor, lifting those knees, or let those legs float, and you can point your toes. And the chin tucks toward your throat. So we want a back of the neck that is so long and open. Someone could write you a beautiful love note on the back of your neck. Like, you are awesome. You are enough. You shine. Stay for one deep breath. And we lower on down. Hands by your chest. We press slowly and come into table. The hands plant, the knees plant, left leg extends, right arm reaches forward. This grows strength in our back body, and it's also a balance pose. We are steady and strong as life whirls and swirls around us. Last breath. Right hand down, left knee down. The spine moves side to side. We press that right foot back. We press that left arm forward, creating the most distance we can between the left middle finger and that right heel. Flex that foot to energize the right leg. Left hand down, right knee down, taking puppy. The hands walk forward, the hips stay lifted, and we melt. And we have, you know how puppies can just get exhausted and kind of fall asleep immediately? Here we want that quiet, relaxed energy. We've done enough playing. And now we're moving toward that sense of quiet and groundedness. And we inhale, come up, and we'll sit on our bum. And from here, let's extend that right leg long and bring your left foot on your calf, or it could come up in your upper thigh or along the knee because we're not standing anymore. So notice, this is like a tree pose, we're just seated. Inhale, those arms rise, and we fold forward. And your hands might be like this. And you could move your spine a little, and then think about moving that heart towards your foot rather than curling down and in. And you might get to move a little lower and a little lower. Where we actually want to move from is bringing this belly forward and down rather than rocking back. That's what we a lot of times do, is create a C curve, but we want to move that pelvic bowl forward and then down and in. And we'll inhale, rise up, and switch sides. Left foot comes forward, right foot comes back. We sit up tall, turn our hearts. So this is a little bit of a twist. And then we fold forward. Moving from here, hands might plant. You could move just a little or keep on coming down. So not only are we getting into the hamstring, but also the hip and the knee of that right leg. Moving that heart to the left, extending through the crown of that head. And we rise up. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. You can hold your shins and sit up tall. You can move those feet away from you and come forward. Hands on the shins or elbows on the knees, or fold forward, tucking that chin. This gets into those outer hips. And if you're up here, that's fine. You can just add some gentle pressure on your knees. Letting the body be the guiding force, giving you a sense of what's going to bring me the most opening and grounding. And breathe, feeling the energy of the earth supporting you. So mindfully moving. And what that means is we are present and grounded, steady and quiet. And we rise up. We'll come onto our backs, lowering slowly. We'll grab either our shins, our ankles, or the edges of those feet. This is called Happy Baby. Inhale and exhale. And we release into Savasana, knees bent, and those knees can come together, or soles of the feet together and those knees drop open wide, or your legs long. And maybe your mind is often running about all the things you need to do. But what if the thing you need to do is nothing? What if what needs to happen next is surrender? Fully giving yourself over to self-care, to slowing down, to being present in the now. Notice the energy in your body. The good flow. And now the grounded quiet. You are here for a reason. You are here to shine. You are here for a reason. Be warm, be brave, and be kind. Stay in Savasana for as long as you have, but I'll sign off here. Live light.